What is up, guys? So I said I'd come on and explain why I use fasting now. So the reason I started it is because I was sick at Christmas. I was sick for I was in bed for 4 or 5 days with an illness. It turned out to be, I thought originally it was meningitis, but it wasn't, thank God. So I had to go to the hospital and get checked out for that. And it turns out it was a chest infection, ear infection, and throat infection. So I had all the infections. I went to the hospital. They put me on a course of antibiotics. I never take antibiotics or any medications like that because I hate them. But I went on them because I wanted to get ready for Britain's Strongest Man. And I kind of just forced myself to just bite the bullet and take the antibiotics. Took the antibiotics for the 7 days. At the end of the 7th day, I was still sick. I tried to go back into the gym that day on my 7th day of the antibiotics. I had been off the gym for 2.5 weeks at that stage. So I'd gone like 14, 15 days without going to the gym, which for me is huge. And to go that long, then it started playing in my head a bit because obviously it plays with my mental health a bit when I can't go to the gym. So went to the gym, ended up getting sick. So I rang the doctor again and I said, these antibiotics are doing nothing for me. So she put me on a course of steroids then and finished them out, and that got rid of the illness. And it was bad enough because even when I went to the doctor originally, there was actual blood coming out my ear from choking so much I had damage in the eardrum, so she'd give me stuff for that as well. But I finished steroids, started to get healthy again, and then around the start of January, I started getting stomach issues, where I was going to the toilet without making you guys sick. I was going to the toilet lots and lots. So I started losing weight again. So that kind of went on, I'd say, for about 3 or 4 weeks. It wasn't constant. It was on and off. It was very hard to train and eat anything because I ended up going to the toilet. So I said I would give a fast a go. I also eliminated foods. I knew it wasn't anything serious because I wasn't passing blood or anything like that. I knew it was a food that was triggering it. So over the course of the 3 weeks, I started to eliminate food by food to figure out which food it was. And long story short, it turned out to be organic oats is something I'd have first thing in the morning. And you'd think something like an organic oats would be safe enough that you wouldn't have to eliminate it because all it is an oat. But it turns out humans aren't meant to be eating grains and stuff like that because we don't digest it very well. So once I eliminated that, my stomach started correcting itself a little bit. But even then I found like if I had a takeaway, it would just ruin my stomach again. So what I did was introduced a 24-hour fast about 3 weeks ago. And I was talking to Irish lifting chick and she knows her stuff. So she got me to get a prebiotic, not a probiotic, because a probiotic can just feed the bad bacteria in our stomach. A prebiotic puts the good bacteria back into your stomach. So I used that and I started fasting and my stomach has cleared up completely and I've started putting weight back on again. And the reason I kept on doing it, like I do it once a week, the reason I'm continuing to do it is because I'm finding a huge improvement in my cardiovascular health. Like there yesterday, I did 320 kilograms deadlift for 10 reps. And if there was on my program 12 reps to do, I would have done 12 reps. My blood pressure is down. I feel lighter on my feet. Now, I have dropped body fat. As you can see, I'm extremely ripped right now. So my body fat is down, but my strength is up. So that's not a bad thing, is it? I'm currently sitting around 135 kilograms. Sometimes it goes above that, sometimes below. And I know certain people on the internet like to joke and mess around about how fasting is shit, basically. And these are just opinions coming from people that don't actually know what they're talking about. I was speaking to Nathan Payton yesterday, just to back up my theory of 24-hour fasting, and even he said he has been using them with Martin's Listis for the past 3 or 4 years. So we all know how good of a strongman and an athlete Martin's Listis is. So if Martin's is doing it, that says a lot. So he just basically backed up what I was saying. When I fast, obviously I don't train. I tend to use lots of water. I use coffee. I will use fat-free Coke just to help me get through the day. The way I do it is I'll stop eating at 8 o'clock on a Friday evening because I don't train Saturday. I'll stop eating at 8 o'clock on a Friday evening, so I'll get as much calories in as I can before that point. Good calories. I've kind of gone off bad foods. Plus, anytime I eat a bad food, it just doesn't digest good in my stomach, so I've stopped eating takeaways and stuff like that. So I'll stop eating around 8 o'clock on a Friday evening, and I will fast all day Saturday. Like I said, I'll just drink lots of electrolytes from Strom Sports Nutrition Ireland, of course. I'll drink coffee. I will drink, I find drinking stuff like fat-free Coke and these other drinks help with any urges you might get to eat food. So I'll reintroduce food then again at 8 o'clock that evening, and again it'll be clean food. I like to get in a lot of calories at that stage as well. It's just how I do it. I know some people say bring the calories in slowly, but no, I'm just too hungry. Last Saturday gone, I had a venison and horse steak stew. So I had 3 plates of that. I had lots of meat, lots of vegetables, baby potatoes, so they're not too starchy. And then I'll just have a dessert, a light dessert, and again lots of water. And then around, I think 11 o'clock, I had something light again. I had some fish. It was basically a protein fats thing. I think I had 250 grams of salmon, and I had some cheese, and a little bit of brown bread. It's not an exact science, but it works for me. So that's what I'll do then this Saturday night. And it has been working great for me. As I said, I'm lighter, fitter. I've spoke to Nathan Payton. The way he was saying to do it is, the way he gets Martins to do it is longer than 24 hours. So they touch on maybe, I think he was saying up to 36 hours. But I'm not there yet. I don't really want to do 36 hours. I'm light enough as it is. I don't need to be losing too much more weight. So I think at the minute I'll just stick to the 24 hours because it just suits me. So that is why I've been using the fasting. I would definitely recommend it to a friend. It's obviously not going to work for everyone, like anything does. So if you have any questions about anything on it, comment below and I will try and answer them. And if there's too many questions, I'll just have to do another video. So there you go. That is why I'm fasting. Today I have log press. Last week I PB'd on my log. So again, that'll just tell you that this fasting is really working for me. I also find actually that I'm recovering faster. I don't know why. Like I say, I don't know too much into the sciencey things. I'm trial and error. You don't see me wearing a little white lab coat and pretending I know shit like other people do. I don't. I just go by trial and error. So I've logged today. As I say, my log has never been going as well as it is. I PB'd last week in it, so everything's working out. So thank you guys for listening. Peace out. I shall see you later.